Just be disciplined. Just do it. I thought that it was all it takes to be productive. Just think that and I will be. But no matter how much I think that, I still wasn't productive. As I go through university and then starting my first job, I found that I had more and more responsibilities to keep up with. But I was struggling with the motivation. Even though I know that I should probably be doing something, I still procrastinate. I'll share with you what finally clicked for me and helped me be more productive. It turns out that we have an inner rebel going on inside of us. Have you ever get that situation when somebody tells you to do something and you just don't want to do it? Well, it's the same thing. When we tell ourselves to do something, our inner rebel comes out and we just don't want to do it. Well, at least it is the case for me. And even though I know that I should just do it, somehow I can't get the motivation to do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. So story time. During the pandemic, my routine really got out of control. I would wake up at 1 p.m, watch drama till nighttime at 10 p.m, binge watch my online lectures and fall asleep in the early morning. When I started working, I no longer have this flexibility. And so, what do I do with all the spare time that I could not have anymore to watch all my dramas? I developed something called revenge bedtime procrastination. What is revenge bedtime procrastination, you might ask? Well, it is when you deny sleep in an attempt to exercise control over one's spare time at night, in response to perceived lack of control over the events of the day. And of course, with revenge bedtime procrastination, what do you get? A lack of sleep and feeling groggy and lack of energy when I go to work the next day and feeling tired and then coming home and then feeling drained and then scrolling again and then the same cycle repeats. And the clock would tick midnight and I know that I probably should go to sleep. But I don't want tomorrow to come because if tomorrow comes, it's probably gonna be as bad as today. And so let's try to extend today more and have more fun. And then it's 1 a.m, I'm tired, I probably should go to sleep. But I start to feel the guilt. Also, I should probably have gone to sleep earlier. Oh well. And then the guilt made me feel bad, so I continue scrolling. And then the clock ticks 2 a.m. Finally, I go to sleep. So I saw work as draining and mentally tiring. And entertainment to me was being able to just indulge. It's like that sense of control. And then the guilt happens because it's my own fault for sleeping late, and it's this classic vicious cycle of guilt, self-blame, and how do you relieve yourself of guilt? Okay, seek for more low-effort dopamine of scrolling to numb it out. And it is a vicious cycle that repeats day by day. So it got to a point where I was like, I can't keep on doing this. I can't keep on going to work so drained and coming home and sleeping late. And I started doing some research of how to break out of bad habits because I was desperate. And it turns out that changing the behavior starts from addressing the values, thoughts, feelings that are behind it. And procrastination is often an attempt to meet an unmet psychological need. I wasn't scrolling because I was lazy. I was trying to reclaim control. The turning point was when I reflected about the thoughts behind it. I don't want to face tomorrow because I think tomorrow is going to hard. And I did some inner thought and I tell myself. And instead of telling myself I should go to sleep earlier, I told myself I choose to go to sleep earlier because tomorrow is going to be a great day. And this is inspired from the Snoopy blanket that my friend got me that says, I need plenty of rest because I think that tomorrow is going to be a great day. Because thinking in terms of I should doesn't help me to do the things that I want to do. Oftentimes it backfires on me. But instead, thinking about it as I choose helps me gain this sense of autonomy. This is what I want to do. So this concept, I read it from this book called Indestructible by Neil Eyal. And it's about how the choice of how you think, saying I choose instead of I should, actually helps with doing the things that you should be doing. So I started repeating this to myself at night and it makes me want to go to sleep. After a few days, it became a habit. I became accustomed to default to sleeping earlier, and once you get into a routine, it's easier to keep it. Emotion-aware productivity. I examined and labeled the emotion. I was tired, mentally drained, overwhelmed, and wanted to have more control. So I asked, what kind of rest do I actually need? Instead of scrolling, what sort of activities would leave me energized? So for me, that's music, playing an instrument, going for a walk, or journaling to when I'm feeling emotionally overwhelmed. It's less about time management and more about energy management. It's trying to match your activity to your energy state. Don't do something that's going to take a lot of energy when you're not feeling the best. Do something that is like more relaxing and energy replenishing instead. So in summary, telling myself to just do it doesn't work. But when I think about the why I choose to do it and then the positive aspect of it, and also understanding when I'm overwhelmed, and instead of using these low effort dopamine ways of relieving my stress, using other ways that are more beneficial helps a lot. Another thing that I found help was changing what I consume. Instead of consuming a lot of short form content, and I don't know if you feel this when you're scrolling with no intention and it's just random things, it actually makes your brain quite overstimulated. So instead of doing that, I was also at this point watching productivity tips and strategies, and I can recommend Ali Abdaal, who is probably quite well known within a productivity space. And through him, I kind of got to know a bit more about books that I could read. So I read Atomic Habits by James Clear and Indestructible by Neil Eyal. Just different books like finance and just things that can help with my self-development. It's just much more intentional and I actually learned something out of it. When I consume with intention, my brain seems to be more calmer. And from that calm, I'm able to exercise more discipline and self-control. Another thing that I kind of improved on was the systems that I use to assist with my productivity. I think a lot of you know all about note-taking apps and stuff like that. I'll just share with you a bit of how my journey has evolved. In my first year of university, I was a very paper and pen girly because I wasn't really a tech person. Like everyone else was having like Mac apps and iPads. I was just on my paper and my pen and scribbling as fast as I can to catch what the lecturer was saying. And that all changed in the second year because COVID happened, lockdown. To make things easier, I have to get a tablet. I didn't really use any note-taking apps. I was using Word documents, which was a bit hard because every time you want to open something, you have to double click on it. In my last year of university, I was like, I have to up my game. And I found another note-taking app called ClickUp, and that was much easier. And then when I went to work, I used OneNote for work. I did use ClickUp for my first year, and then my second year, I transitioned into Notion. But do whatever works best for you. I just like the Kanban board system, database. I think starting out, some of these tools like Notion can be quite overwhelming for first-timers. So just find for a YouTube tutorial and just make it simple. Just start somewhere. You don't have to make it aesthetic. Put your notes in, curate your notes in. It just takes away the burden of feeling like you forgot something because at least you wrote it down somewhere. The whole point is invest in systems and not in willpower. You do you. Procrastination doesn't equal to laziness. It's very important to understand the emotions and the reason behind your behavior instead of trying to change the symptoms of your behavior. And I know this is a lot of emotion-based and all of that, but I find that really helped for me. It's just being more self-aware, being able to catch yourself in a moment and be like, I am scrolling because I'm feeling tired. And instead of doing this when I'm tired, I could go for a walk. A framework that is good to try is instead of doing this low effort dopamine activity, I could do this energy replenishing activity. Instead of scrolling on my phone, I could just go to sleep earlier. Instead of checking my social media during work when I meet an unsolvable case, I could go ask a colleague for help. If I feel tired at work, I could go for a walk and refresh myself. If I'm feeling a lot of discouragement, I could write them down in a journal or talk to a friend. Like, there's just so many more beneficial things that you can do. You just have to self-talk to yourself. Or just talk to a friend, just talk to people. Don't keep it all to yourself. It's not about forcing discipline, it's about understanding the why behind your behavior. And when I stopped trying to control myself, trying to force myself, and just started understanding myself, have some compassion on myself, the productivity followed. What are you procrastinating on? And why? What need might there be behind it? I hope this helps. You are not flawed. You just need to understand yourself better. The important thing is don't beat yourself up over things like that. Your behavior doesn't define you. Don't label yourself negatively. Alright, that was a lot of rambling. If you like this video, please comment down below, share your thoughts. If you have anything else you are interested in, also let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and bye-bye.